I'm coming to you today with just a couple of minutes worth of encouragement to you. I know that the days are getting long and we've just had it revealed to us that it's at least another month. If this had been a normal year, today would have been the home opener for the Detroit Tigers at Comerica Park. So in honor of that, I wore my Detroit Tiger paraphernalia, knowing that the haters out there are going to respond, but I do kind of miss baseball and a lot of things. I hope that we're reaching out and talking to folks. These are, for most people, stressful times. It reminded me today of a conversation I had with a young man I'd met. He wasn't quite so young anymore, who had actually done time in a penitentiary for a crime that he had committed, paid his debt to society, and was back out. I guess this is a jailhouse term. I had never heard it before. And while he was incarcerated, he went to school, he learned some things, did some things of self-improvement, actually received a degree. And one time I asked him, how did you decide to do all of those kinds of things when so many don't do that? And he said to me, Pastor, when you're incarcerated, there's a statement. You can either do your time or the time will do you in. Now, we're not all of us incarcerated, but I'm beginning to think it's starting to feel that way for most of us. So I'm asking you that same question today. Don't let this time do you in. Do your time. What are some things we could do while we have these times when many of you are isolated? Well, maybe it would be a great time to learn something. Do you realize we live in such a wonderful, great area where you can get on YouTube and learn how to do anything? There are seminars and podcasts and all sorts of ways where you and I can get better. Don't get bitter, get better. I'm going to try in these times, besides doing my job remotely, I'm going to try to learn something new. I'm noticing on Facebook that a lot of my friends are doing some long put off chores. I see offices being cleared and cleaned and garages and closets. I did my own office in the home today as well. So it's a wonderful time to do some long put off chore. One of the most important things that I think we all need to do is we need to make sure that we're reaching out to people. Again, we live in a great age. You can do it through FaceTime, the telephone, you can text people, send them an email. But I'm concerned about some folks, especially folks who don't have a really well-developed support system, especially the elderly. Let's think of some folks that the Lord would lay on our heart that we could reach out to and make a difference in their lives. It's almost as if many of us are spending a lot more time, obviously, at home by ourselves. It's a wonderful time to pray and to go. I've been going through a particular prayer outline. I called the district a week ago to spending an hour in prayer. Not necessarily that you have to pray for 1 hour at one setting. And I'm praying for the churches. I have a long prayer list. And then some of it's just listening to the Lord. I have also joined an online Bible study just to learn something and to see some ways that technology can be harnessed. So don't waste this time. Use it as a time to grow spiritually. I am always somewhat appalled and shocked and almost don't believe it, except I've talked to enough people that I know it's true. And that is the vast majority of adults, once they're out of school, never read a book. Is there a book that you've put off that you've been wanting to read? I bet if you looked at your bookshelf right now, or your Kindle, for me it would be, there's a book that I've been wanting to read, and I thought if I ever have time, I'm going to read it. It just dawned on me last night, you're going to have a little extra time. There's still a lot of work to be done. So I would say, why don't you read a book that you've always said you should read, you wanted to read, but you've put it off? Listen, my friends, if there's anything I can do to help you, I would be happy to. But I would like to enlist all of us who are watching this as an army. Let's each one reach out to 2 or 3 people a day. Just to say, hey, I don't want anything. I'm just checking on you and making sure you're doing okay. Together, with God's help, we're going to make it through. Have a great and blessed week as we lead up to Palm Sunday. God bless you. Talk to you soon.